Types of genetic resources. Dear student, in previous lecture we have discussed about genetic resources, its different forms and different themes of genetic resources. Now in this lesson we will discuss about different types of genetic resources. We categorize these genetic resources into following type. The first type is plant genetic resources, the next one animal genetic resources, third is forest genetic resources, aquatic genetic resources of microorganism, and the last one invertebrate genetic resources. Plant genetic resources. We can define plant genetic resources as any material of plant origin of actual or potential value for food and agriculture, such as seed, tubers, mature plant, etc. Plant genetic resources include all our agriculture crops and some of their wild relatives because they possess valuable traits. These resources contribute to people's livelihood by providing food, medicines, feed for domestic animals, fibers, clothing, shelter, and energy. Next type is animal genetic resources. Animal genetic resources is used to include all animal species, breeds, and strains that are of economic, scientific, and the cultural interest to humankind in terms of food and agriculture production for the present or for the future. It means all the heritable material which is present in different species or the different breeds of animal, and all those genetic material must have some actual or the potential value for the future or for the present. All those genetic material is known as animal genetic resources. There are more than 40 species of animals that have been domesticated or semi-domesticated during past 10 to 12,000 years, which contribute directly and indirectly. Some common species include cattle, goats, pigs, chicken, horses, buffaloes, and many other domesticated animals. The next type is forest genetic resources. Dear student, as its name indicates that it contains all heritable material or all genetic material of woody plants or different types of shrubs. This genetic material is included in forest genetic resources. So we can define these resources as forest genetic resources or tree genetic resources are genetic material of shrubs and trees species of actual or potential value. These resources are essential for forest-dependent communities who rely for substantial part of their livelihood on timber and non-timber forest for food security, domestic use, and income generation. The fourth type is aquatic genetic resources. These resources include all genetic resources living in water. By that we understand fish, different marine mammals and aquatic plant and all other aquatic organisms. All these genetic resources or all these aquatic genetic resources have many nutritional value. Genetic resources of microorganism. Genetic resources of microorganism mean genetic material of actual or the potential value from microorganism. Microorganisms of agriculture interest play a key role in many aspects of food production. For example, soil fertility, crop nutrition, biocontrol, and biofertilizer. It is also important with regard to conservation of food product as well as in the production of processed food such as milk, cheese, etc. So we can say that different heritable material or genetic material of the actual or potential value for the future or for the present which is present inside this microorganism is known as genetic resources of microorganism. And the last type is invertebrate genetic resources. as it's indicated by its name, it comprises all genetic resources or all material of actual or potential value of invertebrates. Invertebrates include a great number of species that perform a valuable function in agro-ecosystem. For example, a honeybee. We collect honey from honeybees, and it also play a role of pollination. So that's all about different types of genetic resources. Thank you.